Very good morning, students. Today we have chapter 1.2a, and our lecture today is about reading. Actually, reading is going to be introduced in two lectures, in two units or chapters, in chapter 1.2 and in chapter 1.3. In 1.2, we will talk about reading. More specifically, we will talk about finding suitable sources. And in chapter 1.2b, we have also reading, but in that chapter we will talk about developing critical approaches. So let us start with the first part of the reading skill according to the writer of the book. Here, it is important to notice that usually students underestimate the importance of effective reading. I don't know why students don't pay enough attention to the skill of reading. Maybe there is a reason, maybe there is no reason, but reading is not given its due, right? It's not given that sort of importance. It is very important to notice that the aim of this unit is to examine the most appropriate text types for academic work, and also to explore the ways of locating relevant material in the library, and then to explain the use of electronic sources. We will talk about these points one after the other. Let us first of all talk about academic texts. Usual students are required to read a variety of text types for their courses, and it is important to identify suitable types and to recognize their features. This will help them to assess the value of what they intend to read. For example, if I take the subject of tourism marketing, here the writer of the book or the author has given us 4 extracts. You can find them on page 12. We have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and on page 13 we have 1.4. These 4 extracts are talking about studying tourism marketing, but they are not the same importance for developing this sort of topic. To talk about tourism marketing, there are some extracts which are suitable for academic use, and other types are not that important for academic use. So what I want from you students is to go through the 4 texts, to read them one by one, and then to decide which one or which ones are more suitable for academic use. For me as a teacher, I consider extract number and extract number are the most important or so suitable for academic writing. So what is required from you is just to do just like me, to go through them one by one, to read them, and then to decide which one or which ones are the most suitable for academic use. Some of them are not intended or written for academic, just for writing, okay? So I leave this to you students. You can decide and you can discuss it with your friends, with your colleagues, in any way you like. And if you have any question, you can leave the question in the classroom or in the Google Classroom. Okay. Now let us come to another point, which talks about the main features of academic texts. Here, if I ask you, for example, students, which features do you think that they represent the features of academic texts? The answer is we have here 4 features. We have formal vocabulary, use of references, impersonal style, long and complex sentences. For any academic writing, the vocabulary should be formal, okay? Not informal, it should be formal. And we have to use references when we write, or when we write, yes, we have to present or to sorry, to provide the references from where did we take the material, and the style should be impersonal. Don't impose your personal viewpoints. You have to be impersonal in your treatment, and also you need to write, for example, long and complex sentences. If I want to locate, or if I want to understand what does it mean to have the 4 points, let us go back to passage or extract number 1.1, and here we will find formal vocabulary. For example, promote, we have tourism, we have market, we have destination, we have attitude, we have behavior, we have demand, other things. Here we have consumer, we have understanding, we have process, we have planning, we have develop, we have promote. So we feel that the vocabulary here is what is formal. The second point, here we have a good use of references. Here we are using this reference, and here we have another reference, and here we have the third reference, and so on. The third point is the style is impersonal. You feel that you don't feel here that the author is presenting or showing himself. On the contrary, we don't know who is the writer is, but the writer is giving us the information, relying on the information given by other references and other writers. And also the other point is that long and complex sentences. You feel that the sentences here are long enough. Here, for example, we have the first sentence, then comma, we have the second sentence, the full stop, and you feel that the style is not that easy. The style is complex, and we have the use of conjunctions, for example, the use of and, the use of therefore, and so on. Okay? So 4 elements, 4 features should be taken into consideration when presenting a good piece of academic writing. Now let us move to the other point. Here we have types of texts. What do I mean by types of texts? If I intend to read about any subject, for example, tourism marketing, so do you think that tourism marketing is located, or it can be reached by the use of books only? Do you think so? The answer is no. If I want to search about tourism marketing, I expect to find such material in textbooks. For example, this is a textbook. Here we are dealing, this book is a textbook, so I can find something about tourism. Also, I can find it in any website by having www, etc. So this is a website that can present or provide me with some information about tourism marketing. Also, I can find it in journal articles. We have many articles, we have many journals, and in these journals we can search for articles talking about the tourism marketing. Also, I can find it in official reports, for example, that are issued by the government. I can find some material in newspapers and magazine articles, and also I can find it in ebooks. So if I ask you to search for any subject, so you have different sources to go and search and to provide sufficient information about that topic. Okay, now we come to using reading lists. Using reading lists is similar to the point above, which is about the types of texts, but the difference is that how these texts presented, for example, under types of text, how they are going to be introduced when you want to document such sources. For example, if you go to page 15, here we have different sources. We have different reading sources. For example, here I have a book, here we have a journal article, here we have a website, and you feel, if you go through any one of them, you feel that they are written in different ways. So there is a way of documenting or presenting or writing the book from which I get some information. There is another way of documenting and presenting the article from which I also took some information, and there is another way to present the website from which I also took some information. For example, for the book, here I start with the name of the writer, then I go to the title of the book, then I go to the editor of the book, and then I go to the edition of the book. Here we have second ed, it means the second edition of the book, and then I go to the publisher, which is Open University Press, then the year. So this is the way I have to document the book after reading or taking some information from it. Also, another point, we have journal articles. An article which is taken from a journal is presented in a way similar to the book, but it is not 100% similar. There should be a difference. So where is the difference? It starts also with the title, with the writer of the article, just like the book. Then also we have the title of the article similar to the title of the book. Then we have the title of the journal itself, science. Then we have the year. Then we have the volume, okay, المجلد. Then we have the pages, which means this article, if you want to study this article will be, you will find it on pages, for example, from 2165 till 2167, okay? So you can find the article in these pages. Now we come to the website. By the website I mean www. Then we have well.ox.ac till the end. So the form of this is a website. Okay. Now we come to number 4, which talks about using library catalogs. Universities and college libraries usually have online catalogs. For each university, for each college, there should be a library, and this library usually has what we call an online catalog, which means I go through the library online, then I go to the catalogs provided by the library. I go through the catalogs one by one until I find what material I'm after. So for example, if you are looking for the title of the textbook, or the title of the title and the author's name are known, so it is important, or it is easier to check whether the book is available or not. For example, you have the title of a book, just like tourism marketing. You just type the title of the book. If you have the name of the author of the book, also you can type it, so you can reach the book, and you can make sure whether the book is available or not. Okay. The other point is that also we can use library websites to search for electronic resources. Also, in addition to the libraries for universities and colleges, also you can talk about, or you can search about, e-journals and other electronic resources such as subject databases, which are becoming increasingly important. The advantage of using such e-journals and such databases is that they are accessed by the computer. Once you have a computer, you can enter into such journals and into such electronic resources in order to save the need to visit the library to find the text or not. Instead of going to the library, you can save it by just typing the title of the book, title of the journal, for example, the name of the author of the book. You just type it just to make sure whether the article is there or not. Okay. For example, in this case, the database may offer the following titles. For example, here we have different titles of journals, and for journals, you can find material concerning the international business law. Once I type international business law on the computer, then I find different journals. and I can go to any one of these journals. I just click on it, any one of them, you will find something. Suppose that we will choose the second one, European Business Organization Law Review. If I want to type this journal and I click on it, I'll find something. What is it? I'll find this, students. I find a list of issues available, and these issues are distributed along the whole year. For example, in 2009, I find volume 10 throughout the whole year in 2009, but each 2 months and the other one, the third one, you can find an issue, which means each 3 months I have an issue. So in January, February, March, in March you have issue 1. Then after 3 months, January, February, March here, we have then, after it, we have April, May, June. In June, you have issue 2. Then we have July, August, September. In September, you find issue 3. And after that, we have October, November, and December, you find issue 4. So, for this journal, if I click on this journal, I'll find volume 10, and volume 10 appears in 4 different issues in each 3 months. So I can click on this issue just to search if I have, or if there is an article about international business law. If I don't find it, for example, I start with March, I click on this issue. If I don't find anything concerning the international business law, I can move to the second issue. Also, I click on it. You will find a number of articles. I go through the articles in order to make sure whether there is something concerning international business law. I mean, I find something concerning my topic. If I find it, I save it. If I don't find it, I'll go to issue number 3. Then I move to issue number 4, and so on. So once you click on the title of the journal, you will find a number of issues. Then you go to any issue, you click on it, you will find a number of articles. I don't know how many, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 50, etc. I go through all the all the papers, for example, in this issue. Then I move to the other issue, I move to the other issue, I move to the other issue, until I finish all the articles in that volume. Okay, students? Now, what I want to from you is, for example, the author of the book here is introducing a sort of practice. Select a specific topic from your subject area. So students are required to select a specific topic from your subject area. You are free to choose whatever you like, and then use the library catalog to search for relevant books. Actually, we don't have online library, and you cannot go through the library catalog in order to come up with the books required for your subject area. And the second one, also look for a few relevant journal articles using the library portal. You cannot access the journals through the library portal because also we don't have such a thing. But what I want from you, students, is to search for a subject and to try to enter into a specific journal and to go and search for the volumes concerning that topic, and then to go through the articles required. To make things clearer, I'll do my best to leave a topic to you, and I'll ask you to go to a specific journal, then I ask you to go to a specific volume, then I ask you to go through the issues concerning that volume in order to know how to enter into the subject, into the journal, and then you move to the volumes, and then you move to the issues, and inside the issues you can find the related articles related to your topic in order to make use of them. I'll do this in the form of assignment, and I just want you students all to participate in this in order to understand and to learn, because if you don't practice, you are not going to learn. My aim is to teach you, to give the lecture, then to leave an assignment that might help you to practice whatever we have in each unit. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week. Thank you so much, students.